do you time that out? Oh, as you see the 19.
Ow.
Oh, what a save! Oh, no!
What a hard hit to the 19.
Wow.
Caution out, 10 to go.
Wow. You saw the 19 get the 21 loose, and then as he went by, it just...
Austin was either still chasing it or trying to get back in line.
Wow.
Packs that air, which we see all the time in these Xfinity Series cars. There's the slide. Well,
yeah, I think we'll all see that a little bit differently. I
think NASCAR will probably.
Yeah, I think that'll be looked at for sure again, because it looks to me like he gets straight there for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be a little frustrated if I was Eric in that situation.
I think that was potentially not just gathering it.
That was a big hit by Eric, head on into the wall.
Here's Almirola's radio.
100% a cheap shot, 100%.
That was a dirty move, clearly retaliation. All right, they're going to hold us for 5 laps for reckless driving.
Oh, they can go themselves. NASCAR. That is bull. I'm sideways. I go to correct it back to the left. It gets locked to the left, and I can run into the 19.
Well, I don't think that's going to help at all.
Does anybody actually take Austin Hill seriously as a race car driver? Yes, he's good at super speedways, but he has done more dumber things over the past 5 years than any driver in the Xfinity Series I can think of. Right before this accident, 3 months prior, he stood up in an Xfinity Series drivers meeting saying he wanted to be the leader of the garage area and be the role model. This is not how you become a role model. Right hooking somebody into the wall? Completely unacceptable. And to make it even worse, he even chewed out NASCAR after he was handed down the penalty. He is just a complete idiot race car driver for doing stuff like this. It's completely unacceptable, and it is completely wrong to do.
Looks like there's some contact.
Oh, the 24 of Byron.
Remember what happened off of turn 2.
Well, needless to say, Chris Gabehart is livid down here. They're trying to get their position back. Denny Hamlin, even more mad than Chris Gabehart. Listen.
I don't know. I haven't seen a replay of it, but good grief. If he's mad about what happened off of 2, you got tight underneath of him, lifted on.
All right, so Denny Hamlin clearly is upset. This has been going on all the way down the back straightaway, banging into each other. Denny is not happy.
Well, now he has to be careful because he knows that all eyes are on him.
William Byron sends Denny Hamlin spinning in the grass in 2022 at Texas. Hamlin and Byron were racing hard during the green flag racing to end a stage, and Byron didn't like it. Under the caution flag, he drove up behind Hamlin and ended up hitting him in the rear, spinning him out, making him lose multiple positions on the racetrack. This is one of the most dirtiest moves I've ever seen somebody do under caution. In the closing stages of the race, Juan Pablo Montoya was hunting down teammate Scott Pruitt. With fresher tires, he was bound to make a run at the victory. Montoya would dive into turn number 1 on teammate Pruitt. They would make contact, and from this moment on, it would change the course of their relationship as teammates forever.
Let's take a look at this. As he gets into turn 1, he darts out underneath of him. Oh, man, that's a tough one right there, guys. It really is, because he's kind of got the spot on the 41 of Scott Pruitt. But when you get in that situation, things happen really, really quick. Let's watch it one more time. He's committing. Tell you what, I really think that Juan Pablo just pressed that issue just a little too much. He's had such a great car. I would have probably waited another corner. Last thing Ganassi Racing wants to see, but it looks like Montoya's in a position he wants to be. And look at the guys go off through turn 1 and bounce back on into turn 3, passing a lot of cars right there.
So, Rusty, had you been in the 42 car in the position Montoya was in, going into 1, what do you do?
Jerry, it happens.
Pruitt was extremely upset, and honestly, I don't blame him. I would be upset too. Montoya would go on to win the race, but forever this race will be known as when Montoya took out his teammate to win at Mexico.
Absolutely, and here is Scott Pruitt, and very, very frustrated. And just, you know, you heard you see his voice of all people, Alan Bestwick.
With Scott Pruitt. Scott, what are your thoughts?
Of all the people to take you out, your teammate. I mean, that was just no good, low, nasty, dirty driving. I mean, you know, the Juicy Fruit car ran great all day long. We were making our calls. We were being smart. I had my family at home. It's just, I can't even put it into words. It's just so disappointing. We talk about it and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it in meetings. He's faster than me, you know, we'll work it out, he can go, you know, but not take each other out. That's just bad driving.
Now, 3 wide isn't going to work through 3 and 4. Sheldon Creed shoving the 19. He's sideways, but he lurches out front. The white flag one more time around. Jones gets tagged by the 54.
Whoa!
Good, hold on.
Ty Gibbs out front, Jones around, caution comes out.
Brian Vickers' NASCAR career has been summed up by wrecking people. That just is what it is. And Brian Vickers, no doubt, bulldozed Matt Kenseth at Phoenix in 2011. Vickers intentionally crashed Kenseth, which ended up ruining both of their days.
Whoa, contact there. Brian Vickers pushing Matt Kenseth. Martinsville payback issued at Phoenix.
It sure was.
83.
That's all that was. Yeah, you can see Matt, he had his foot on the brake. Yeah, Matt was basically going to let him get by.
Jimmy.
And Brian Vickers, with whom he tangled pretty severely a couple of races ago at Martinsville. I don't think there's much question about that.
It's a little disappointing to me that NASCAR doesn't step in, because when he's been telling everybody that I'll listen for 4 weeks that he's going to wipe us out as soon as he got a chance, and then he does it. I mean, it doesn't get any more premeditated than that. You know, if you walk around and tell somebody you're going to kill him for 4 weeks and then do it, you know, it's pretty premeditated. So.
Was 13th last time by.
And it will not roll, I don't think.
Finish it off.
Look at that. The right rear tire isn't even touching the ground.
That is a bent race car. There he is on the bottom. Looks like Kyle Busch is going to slide up into him. And that's exactly what happened.
Around, watch this, under the caution. 9 is trying to repay it.
Vickers wants to go. He getting a little wider.
There he goes.
Junior.
Down.
Oh, no!
There's 25 up to 48 and takes out Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson.
Caution is out. The leaders had already taken the white flag.
So is it going to be the 25 or the 9?
With a brand new race car, NASCAR headed to LA for the Coliseum. NASCAR ended up racing the Clash there, and it was nothing short of spectacular. The problem was, drivers in their heat races drove over their head, bulldozing into each other every corner.
So then they can wrap the turn and get back out of the corner, you know.
Oh, around
just
goes
like that.
Almirola off the bumper of rookie Todd Gilliland, and that will bring out the caution. Third. Here comes Cindric on the inside. Wham! And Kurt Busch piles into the outside wall.
Yellow's out, yellow's out, yellow's out, yellow's out.
There were several.
Where do we start here, though?
Well,
the 23 into the 45.
But that came from a shot off of the 21. Go ahead.
Everybody after third gets roughed up.
And he's got to do everything he can.
Oh, there just wasn't room for Kurt Busch once they got to 2.5 wide.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
We don't have enough eyes in our head.
Two, Denny. And he gets hit by Dillon and turned around. And around.
I mean, it just shocks me. I can't believe that happened.
Wallace turns Cindric around and into the inside barrier, which is concrete.
I can't believe what I've seen.
Still to this day, one of the best things to watch in NASCAR is hard racing. It's something that everybody loves, right? But hard racing is when two competitors are racing fairly, but aggressively. What isn't hard racing is when somebody dive bombs their way to a corner, taking out their other competitor, just like Chase Elliott did to pick up his first ever victory in the Truck Series. Chase Elliott did this at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, picking up his first win in the Truck Series, ultimately creating a controversial finish.
Ty Dillon with the advantage. Elliott right on his back bumper, looking to the inside at 10. They make contact. Elliott spins the three into the tires, and Chase Elliott trying to hang on. Across the stripe he'll go. Elliott wins in Canada.
Signed a brand new contract, Dale Jr. was going to Hendrick Motorsports, and who was he replacing? None other than Kyle Busch. This is where the bad blood began between Busch and Jr., and it all started at Kansas in 2007. Racing down the backstretch, Dale Jr. turned Kyle Busch, pushing his way through his position, wrecking Busch on the backstretch, ending his day only 27 laps into the race.
Have some contact from behind.
Oh, looks like Junior really got into the back of him hard.
You know, this is the difference between this car and the car tomorrow. The car tomorrow, the bumpers line up perfect, and it looks like Junior just gave him just a little tap coming down the straightaway to kind of help pick his speed up, and it lifted the back of his car up, and he just flat lost control of it.
The winner. I've never been wrecked by a wrecker. Natalie Decker they're trying to push Natalie Decker off the track after being involved in an incident, and then pushed her onto it.
I think she wanted to turn on the pit road, and the record driver didn't realize that, and she was trying to hit the brakes, and
he was on the gas.
He was on.
Carl Edwards has got his mirrors full. He's a little bit loose off of two. He's sideways.
Carl Edwards is around.
And he got turned.
Caution flag is out. The race is over.
But all of a sudden, that has now presented that he can make it in. You see him right now.
Creed hard into the wall, as well as the 54 of Ty Gibbs.
That started from behind Gibbs.
Ross Chastain is nowadays labeled as the most aggressive driver in the NASCAR Cup Series garage. And it all started at COTA in 2022. With the brand new team of Trackhouse, Chastain was looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. He was in prime position for it, and he stole the win from AJ Allmendinger, entering the last two turns at COTA. He full-throttled Allmendinger into Bowman, picking up his first ever victory. This may not be such as a bulldozer moment, but more of a not-of-aware moment. Martin Truex Jr. basically clears himself off the nose of Chase Elliott's front fender, putting them both in the wall at Darlington, costing them a shot at the victory with 12 laps to go.
It's going to be a big push coming on the top lane.
Both of them. Moving to the same both lanes.
Boy, this is going to
move to the top lane.
Going to have to be quick. Going to have to be quick.
Almirola up to cover. Dillon, where will
Dillon's
he go?
going to get there.
Oh, into Almirola. Around he goes. Good.
Austin Dillon is notorious for being a driver that nobody really cares for in the NASCAR Cup Series. You either don't care for him or you don't like him. There's not a whole lot of fans that like Austin Dillon. And this moment proves why. Down the backstretch for the Daytona 500, instead of trying to pass race leader Eric Almirola, Austin Dillon just turns him into the wall. And that's basically it.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. Dang it. A lot of good cars.
Denny Hamlin. You'll see his number 15 come through here after
Saw Ricky come down a little bit toward the 23, and then as he came up, then it just
I think he came down. It's just light. It was light with him pushing hard on his rear bumper, and
that may not even have been Ricky turning down.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think he was correcting it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
it may got pushed down that
light.
And Kyle Busch dodges another one.
If you're at a super speedway race and you have the number 6 car of Brad Keselowski behind you, you might as well brace for impact. Keselowski has caused multiple crashes at super speedways, but none will be as iconic as the inaugural NASCAR Next Gen race at Daytona.
Tell you what, Logano hung right in there.
Logano hung right, but they just about have to stop when they get into the corner like that, and you can see
as we'll pan back to the front.
Oh, he got into him. Logano around. Can he save it? He is unable to. Caution. And the caution came out right as Denny Hamlin was crossing the start-finish line to get the white flag.
They're all coming above you.
This was very close.
That could have been avoided. That could have been avoided. I agree that there's history there, but even if there's history there,
that was uncalled for.
Yeah, that was not.
Joey did absolutely nothing wrong.
Joey Logano through 3 and 4 for the final time. There's the contact. He does get to him. The 11 on the inside. He gets into the wall. Dillon's going to win it at the line.
Austin Dillon is by far the most aggressive and incompetent NASCAR driver we have on the Cup Series schedule today. Austin Dillon, when he's behind you, you could expect a bump. No, actually, you would expect a wreck from Austin Dillon. What am I saying? Austin Dillon has proven time and time again that he will wreck you for the win, and ultimately he will never have regrets about it. But the worst time he ever did it was to Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin in the same corner at the same time almost. Austin Dillon overdrove turn 3 to hit Joey Logano, wrecked Denny Hamlin in the process trying to get the win. And ultimately, this still didn't even lock him in the playoffs because NASCAR revoked his playoffs immediately.
Oh, trouble front straightaway. Hard in the wall goes Hamlin. Chase Elliott.
Hard impact for Denny Hamlin.
That was a savage crash right at the start-finish line.
The inside of Chase. Gets loose. You see him lift out of the gas. The flames crowded Chase, got into him. But they saw some retaliation there.
Or did Keselowski get into the left rear corner of Elliott there?
I got right rear hooked in the middle straight away. Did you think there was any kind of retaliation there, or what was the deal? What led to that? Yeah, it's a tantrum, and he shouldn't be racing next week. Right rear hooks are absolutely unacceptable. I don't care. It's same thing Bubba Wallace did with Kyle Larson. The exact same. He shouldn't be racing. It's a tantrum.
Never in my life did I ever think I'd see robot sandpaper personality Chase Elliott do instant chicken on Denny Hamlin. This is one of the worst moves I've ever seen Chase Elliott pull on the racetrack. He's pulled a lot of stupid moves on the racetrack, but this is by far the highest and most stupidest move he's ever done.
Yeah, Hamlin, you might want to know, is that retaliation? That's just Hamlin saying, look, I'm not giving you any room. You haven't given me any room. This is a race for the win. If whatever happens, happens. I'm going to go up the racetrack. He didn't intentionally wreck him, but he sure ran him out of the groove.
Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain were the big rivalry of 2022. In one of the most blatant retaliations and most disgusting ways I've ever seen Denny Hamlin win a race is when he overdrove turn number 2, claimed he didn't touch Ross Chastain, and threw him in the wall. Chastain would end up crashed and ultimately taken out of contention to win at Pocono.
Tough situation for Danica Patrick as she comes down, and the 38 stops right in front of her.
Yeah, Danica.
And now they're not going to stop. It's not over.
Danica's upset at Gilliland from early in the race. Remember, the two got together, and Danica tried to pay her back and pay him back rather. And
probably go to the garage, I'd say.
She got the worst of it.
How many times will it take Danica Patrick to learn that when you retaliate against somebody, don't make the situation worse for yourself than the person you're trying to retaliate against? And this is what she did in 2015 to David Gilliland when she ran David Gilliland up the racetrack and then tried to chase him around the track until he brake checked her and damaged her car way worse than hers. It was hilarious. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, if you've liked this video, I'm pretty sure these videos will catch your eye also.